Fixing the landing gear on your 1984 Cobra Rattler can be intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. Armed with the right tools and techniques, it can actually be relatively easy. After watching this video, you'll be on your way to installing new, fully functional rear landing gear. Before getting started, you'll want to remove all of the canopies because we'll be working on this thing upside down. We don't want those pieces to get scuffed or broken. First thing we're going to disassemble are the spotlights. Now before I go trying to pop old plastic pieces apart, I like to use some mineral oil as lubricant. We'll apply a liberal amount to the spotlight tab before trying to remove it. Using a small screwdriver, apply a little bit of sideways pressure on this tab while swinging it out like a door. Easy does it. And there it goes. Repeat this same step on the opposite side. And this one just pops right out. And look at this. No damage. Now we're ready to remove the belly pan from the airplane. We need to identify where all the tabs are on the belly pan in order to insert wedges to separate the tabs from the airplane. There are 2 small tabs at the front, 2 medium tabs on each wing, and you can see them here on the spare belly pan. Then there are 2 huge tabs here at the back. Our goal is to place wedges under the 2 front tabs and the 4 wing tabs in order to pop the belly pan off. We don't have to do anything with the large rear tabs. You'll need some thin pieces of plastic to use as wedges. Here, I'm making some out of a plastic viewing panel from one of my kids' toy packages. I'm cutting out strips of no more than 1 inch wide by about 3.5 to 4 inches long. And then I'll cut the edges to a point like this. And if your wedges are clear like this one, wrap some tape around the middle so that they're easily recoverable after they go falling on the floor and flying across the room. You will need 6 of those for this project. Using a small screwdriver, we're going to spread a gap between the belly pan and the wing section to expose the tabs. Slide the shim into place over the tab in order to hold the gap open. The first one's done. Now we're going to identify the placement of the second tab. I'm going ahead and creating a gap where we can see the tab. Slide that second wedge into place. Got it. You'll repeat the same process on the opposite side to where it looks like this. Now we're going to do the same thing to these front tabs. Carefully and gently apply some forward pressure using the missile post for leverage to create a gap. Once you've even got the tiniest of gaps, go ahead and slide that shim into place. Now we'll take the final shim and slide it under the remaining front tab. Like this. Now the belly pan should be ready to pop right out. Take the screwdriver and insert it into the spotlight tab hole closest to the fuselage. Pry it up, and that front tab on that side should pop out. Repeat the process on the opposite side, and now we can see both of those front tabs are free. Now insert the screwdriver into the spotlight tab hole closest to the engine. Pry up to free the wing tabs on that side. And repeat the process on the opposite side. And the belly pan pops free just like that. And look, no damage. All tabs intact. Before installing the rear landing gear, apply a liberal amount of mineral oil to the side strut joint on the belly pan. For good measure, apply some to the side struts themselves as well. When installing the side struts, be sure the armored parts are pointing in the right direction so that it will be facing out the bottom of the plane. Lay the landing gear flat and press its peg into place like this. Open each strut as far as it'll go without forcing it. And then we'll grease each joint up again in order to fully extend the landing gear. To avoid bending the struts, or worse, only apply pressure to the length of strut closest to the belly pan. Don't apply pressure to the tires or the end of the strut. This one's being a bit stubborn. By the way, those stress marks, those were from the previous owner. Rubbing in some more oil into that joint. And there it goes. Look at that. Now that we have the landing gear in the belly pan, we're ready to reattach this whole business to the airplane. Leaving the landing gear extended for this process, because if we fold them in, it's possible they could fall out when we snap the belly pan into place, and then you have to start this whole process over. So we'll put those huge tabs in first. Be sure the sides are lined up correctly over the rotating wing shaft. Okay. Snap like that. And then press the front tabs into place like that. Now, functional landing gear isn't going to do much good if the front landing gear is stuck. So we're going to grease that one up a bunch as well. Once it's all greased up, you can start working the landing gear back and forth until it opens. Don't force it. If it needs to be greased up some more, do it. But it should easily open forward just like this. Now you have fully functioning Rattler landing gear.